The Vympel NPO R-77 missile, NATO reporting name, AA-12 Adder, is a Russian medium-range, active radar homing air-to-air missile system. It is also known by its export model designation RVVAE. It is the Russian counterpart to the American AIM-120 AMRAAM missile. Development. Work on the R-77 began in 1982. It represented Russia's first multi-purpose missile for both tactical and strategic aircraft for fire and forget use against a range of aircraft from hovering helicopters to high-speed, low-altitude aircraft. Gennady Sokolovsky, general designer of the Vympel Design Bureau, said that the R-77 missile can be used against medium and long-range air-to-air missiles such as the AIM-120 AMRAAM and AIM-54 Phoenix, as well as SAMs such as the Patriot. The weapon has a laser-triggered proximity fuse and an expanding rod warhead that can destroy variable-sized targets. It can be used against cruise missiles and precision-guided munitions, PGMs. First seen in 1992 at the Moscow Air Show, MAX, 1992, the R-77 was immediately nicknamed Amramsky by Western journalists. The basic R-77 is known as the Izdali 170, while the export variant is known as the Izdali 190, or RVVAE. The R-77 and RVVAE have a range of 80 km. Vympel did not have adequate funding during the 1990s and the first part of the following decade to support further evolution of the R-77, either for the Russian Air Force or the export market. The basic version of the R-77 is not thought to have entered the Russian Air Force inventory in significant numbers. The R-77 can be used by upgraded Su-27, MiG-29, and MiG-31 variants in Russian Air Force service. Some variants of the Su-27 in China's People's Liberation Army Air Force, including the domestically produced J-11 variants, can also employ the missile. The newer Su-30 MKK has a N001, Su-27 radar, with a digital bypass channel incorporating a mode allowing it to use R-77s. The export RVVAE has been sold widely, with China and India placing significant orders for the weapon, as was the case for the R-73. The baseline R-77 was designed in the 1980s, with development complete by around 1994. India was the first export customer for the export variant, known as the RVVAE, with the final batch delivered in 2002. There are other variants under development. One has an upgraded motor to extend a range at high altitudes to as much as 120–160 km, it is known as the RVVAE PD, Povishnoi Dalnosti improved range. This variant has been test-fired and uses a solid fuel ramjet engine. Its range puts it in the long-range class and is equivalent in range to the AIM-54 Phoenix. In another version of the R-77, a terminal infrared homing seeker is offered. This is in line with the Russian practice of attacking targets by firing pairs of missiles with different homing systems. This complicates endgame defensive actions for the target aircraft, as it needs to successfully defeat two homing systems. This method of attack may not always be available as IR seekers typically have less range and less resistance to poor weather than radar seekers, which may limit the successful use of mixed seeker attacks unless the IR missile is initially directed by radar or some other means. Another improvement program was designated the R-77M, which made the missile longer and heavier, making use of a two-stage motor as well as an improved seeker. A further product improvement of the R-77, designated the R-77M1 and then the R-77PD, was to feature a ramjet propulsion device. This missile was destined for the MiG 1.44 that for the MFI program. The weapon has a laser fuse and an expanding rod warhead that can destroy the variable-sized targets. However, due to funding shortage and eventual cancellation of the MiG 1.44, development of this model may have stopped by 1999. No information or announcement regarding the R-77M and R-77PD has appeared since. Further development. Tactical Missile Weapons Corporation, also known as TRV, Taktikisko Raketno Voorojenie, unveiled the RVVSD and RVVMD missiles for the first time at the Moscow Air Show, MAX, in August 2009. The RVVSD is an improved version of the R77, while the RVVMD is a variant of the R73. The RVVSD includes the upgrades associated with the ISDA 170-1, or R77-1. The RVVSD, along with the RVVMD, seem to be part of Russia's bid for India's medium multi-role combat aircraft competition. Both designations were included by MiG on a presentation covering MiG-35 Fulcrum armament during Aero India Air Show in February. The initial RVVSD offering is likely no more than a stopgap to try to maintain its position, and to provide a credible radar-guided weapon to offer as part of fighter export packages and upgrade programs. According to specifications, the R77-1 and its export variant RVVSD is 15 kilograms, 33 pounds, heavier than the basic R77/RVVAE, weighing 190 kilograms, 420 pounds, rather than 175 kilograms, 386 pounds. Maximum range is increased to 110 kilometers, 68 miles, from 80 kilometers, 50 miles. The missile is also slightly longer at 3.71 meters, 12.2 feet, rather than the 3.6 meters, 11.8 feet, of the basic variant. Additional improvements include upgrades to the missile's radar seeker and boat tail rear section to reduce drag. Russian missile manufacturer Agat previously confirmed it was working on seeker upgrades for the R-77, implying that at least two projects were underway, one for export and one for the Russian Air Force. Vimpel, which had merged to be part of TRV, has been developing a more extensive upgrade of the missile than the R-77-1. Designated the ISDA 180, or K-77M, this missile is a midlife upgrade for the weapon and is intended to be the main medium-range missile for the Sukhoi Su-57. This upgrade aims to provide a further improvement in range, with the design including a dual-pulse motor configuration. The ISDA 180 will use an active electronically scanned array seeker and conventional rear fins instead of the R-77's lattice fins. This missile is intended to match the performance of the latest AIM-120 variants. Though it uses a similar designation as the earlier R-77M improvement program, it is not known if these two missiles are the same or are related. Design description. The aerodynamics are novel, combining vestigial cruciform wings with grid fins used as tail control surfaces. Similar devices are used on the Otter-23 Oka, and U.S. Air Force uses them on Moab. Each surface consists of a metal frame containing a blade-like grid assembly which combines a greater control area, and thus lifting force, with reduced weight and size. The development for this control concept took 3 years of theoretical work and testing. These surfaces require less powerful actuators than conventional fins. The flow separation which occurs at high angles of attack enhances its turning ability, giving the missile a maximum turn rate of up to 150 degrees per second. However, updated variants of the R-77, such as the ISDA 180 that is destined for the Sukhoi Su-57, will use conventional fins instead. The missile uses a multifunction Doppler monopulse active radar seeker developed by OAO Agat. The radar features 2 modes of operation. Over short distances, the missile will launch in an active fire and forget mode. Over longer distances, the missile is controlled by an inertial guidance autopilot with occasional encoded data link updates from the launch aircraft's radar on changes in spatial position or G of the target. As the missile comes within 20 kilometers, 12 miles, of its target, the missile switches to its active radar mode. The host radar system maintains computed target information in case the target breaks the missile's lock-on. Operational history. At the beginning of February 2016, 4 Su-35s were deployed to Syria as part of the Russian Aerial Expeditionary Force to the country. Tasked with air-to-air duties, the Su-35s were extensively documented while armed with a couple of R-77 missiles, between IR-seeking R-27T under the inner pylons and R-74 under the outer ones. Variants. R-77, ISDA 170, Standard Model. RVVAE, ISDA 190, export model of the R77. R77P/RVVPE, passive homing model. R77T/RVVTE, infrared homing model. RVVSD, export model of the R77-1. R77-1, is DALI 170-1, improved variant with increased range. R77SRK, ship-to-air variant. R77ZRK/RVVAEZRK, RVVZRK surface-to-air variant. R77PD/RVVAEPD, ramjet model. Development stopped in 1999. R77PDZRK/RVVAEZRK, RVV, PD, ZRK surface-to-air variant. K77M, is DALI 180, highly improved variant for the Sukhoi Su-57 with AESA seeker, conventional fins, and 2-pulse motor. K77ME, is DALI 180BD, ramjet model of the K77M. Operators. Current operators. Russia, basic variant never officially introduced in series, R77-1 variant spotted under Su-35S during the Syrian campaign entered service in 2011 with 3 contracts signed in 2009, 2012 and 2015, primary user. Algeria, for Su-30 MKA aircraft. Egypt, for MiG-35 aircraft. People's Republic of China, for Su-30 MKK and Su-30 Mk2 aircraft. India, for Su-30 MKI, MiG-29 UPG, and MiG-21 Bison aircraft. Indonesia, for Su-30 Mk2 and Su-27 SKM aircraft. Malaysia, 150 missiles delivered for Su-30 MKM aircraft. Vietnam, for Su-30 Mk2V aircraft. Peru, between 12 to 30 missiles delivered for MiG-29 SE and MiG-29 SMP aircraft. Serbia ordered 32 missiles for modernized MiG-29 SMT. Sudan, for MiG-29 SE aircraft, confirmed by a picture. Syria. Venezuela, 100 missiles ordered for Su-30 Mk2 aircraft. Yemen, 100 missiles delivered by 2005 for MiG-29 SMT aircraft. Type medium range, active radar homing air-to-air missile. Service history. In service 1994, R77. Production history. Manufacturer Vimpel. Specifications. Weight 175 kilograms, R77, 190 kilograms, R77-1. Length 3.6 m, R77, 3.71 m, R77-1. Diameter 200 mm. Warhead 22.5 kg He fragmenting, R77. Detonation. Mechanism. Laser proximity fuse. Engine solid fuel rocket motor, R77, air-breathing ramjet, R77PD. Wingspan 350 mm. Operational. Range. 80 km, R77, 110 km, R77-1. 193 km, K77M. Flight altitude 525 km, 16,00082,000 feet. Guidance. System. Inertial with mid-course update and terminal active radar homing. Launch. Platform. Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-21-93/Lancer/Bison, Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-23, Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-25, Mikoyan Gurevich MiG-27, Mikoyan MiG-29, Mikoyan MiG-31, Mikoyan MiG-35, Sukhoi Su-27, Sukhoi Su-30, Sukhoi Su-33, Sukhoi Su-34, Sukhoi Su-35, Hal Tejas, Yakovlev Yak-141, Chengdu J-10. Future platforms. Sukhoi Su-57.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.